Hello there, emerging mothers. I am so excited that you all have decided to join me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will wait just another minute or so and we will begin here in just a bit. So thank you again for being here with me on today. So we'll wait just a couple of more minutes and then we will go ahead and get started. While you're already on, for those of you who are already on and we have Instagram and Facebook moving, share with me where you're from. Share with me what state you're from. I am excited to hear because I am so excited that you all are here today. Hello there. I see you there, Shantina. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to wait just a couple of more minutes and then we're going to go ahead and jump in. I am so excited. These are the talks that I'll do. It'll be a Talk It Up Tuesday. And so we will, of course, be here and we will make sure that we are rolling live at 6 p.m. every Tuesday, every single Tuesday. We will make sure that we are talking it up, that's for sure. So thank you so much for being here. Well, you know what? It is 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm going to go ahead and jump in because I am so excited that we're connecting on today. I need to share about 7 relationships, whether it's a product or whether it's a person, those 7 relationships that need to be strengthened before our teens transition out of the home, whether they're transitioning onto the college campus, whether they're transitioning off to the military base, whether they're transitioning, of course, towards residential independence. That's what I'll be talking about on today. So it's those relationships that need to be strengthened either with a person or either with a product prior to our teens transitioning, of course, out of the home and off on their own, if you will. My name is Dr. Michelle Lloyd, and I'm with Lloyd Learning Labs, and that's what we do. We support mothers with anxiety as it relates to teens transitioning into adults and then transitioning out of the home. We're located here in Sugar Land, Texas, and this is a passion of mine. I have 2 out of my 3 daughters who have transitioned out of the home, and they're on the college campus. Both will be graduating next year, and so my goal, my focus, my purpose is to help other mothers as they deal with all of what is entailed in reference to their teens transitioning, of course, out of the home. So what I like to do is I like to just jump right in. There are 7 relationships that will need to be strengthened. It could be with a product. It could also be with a person. And the first one is you want that relationship strengthened between yourself and your teen prior to them heading off. My oldest daughter, of course, she's home for the holidays. My second daughter, she's still on the college campus, of course, working. And then, of course, my third daughter, my 8th grader, she's here at the home as well. Before they transition out of the home, please, mothers, more I love yous, more hugs, more kisses on the forehead, more spending time together. My oldest daughter who's here, of course, we have been making meals together. Also, we have been cleaning the kitchen together, but of course, spending more time together, unifying, bonding, because it really can happen, whereas you can have a closer relationship with them away as opposed to the relationship that you had prior to you all leaving the home, or them leaving the home rather. And so it really can happen. That's what I find here today, is that the relationship between my daughters and myself, there's a closer bond, if you will, than what was had prior to them leaving. So I know if it has happened for me, then it can totally happen for you as well. So strengthening that relationship between yourself and then also your teen. And so, you know what? Drop in the chat how whether your teen is still at the home, in the home, or whether they've transitioned out. Share with me a little bit about how you all keep your connection, your interaction strengthened. So that's number 1. Then secondly, I had to strengthen my relationship with technology. So whether I'm speaking about social media or video chatting, or maybe it's screen sharing, whatever technology has to offer, I needed to make sure that I was clear, crystal clear about using it prior to them going off. So I can make sure that we can have our screen time socials, if suppers, if you will. My second daughter, she'd get up early in the morning, about 5:30, 5 or 5:30, if you will, and I'd be up as well, and I'd be on my treadmill here. She'd be heading to the gym, which is near her dormitory, and so we'd spend time, working out together, or we would spend time eating meals together. She'd be in the student union, of course, and then I'd be here at home, along with, of course, my husband, and then my eighth grader, and then there would be meals that we'd share together. So making sure, of course, that technology is used, and it could be some apps. There are maybe about 4 or 5 different apps that can be used as well. And not only really in reference to connecting with them, but there are some apps that can be used in order to track as well. And so, they're able to track you, you're able to track them, just to make sure that everyone remains safe. The third relationship I had to make sure I strengthened was the text notifications that mothers can receive as it pertains to the campus security. So I can receive text messages, and I do receive text messages. If in fact something is happening on or near the campus, I'll receive a notification. Maybe there's someone who's suspicious that's in their neighborhood or on the campus, then I'll receive a notification from the campus security, and I will receive that notification from the time I'm first alerted until the time where maybe the suspect is apprehended or the problem or issue has been resolved. And so that has been extremely helpful. Plus, I have, of course, campus security, their number on speed dial on my cell. And so those text notifications are critical. So if you have a teen who has yet to go off, then just know that there's a way where you can receive those notifications. Again, making sure that your teen remains safe, and making sure that you have a relationship with, of course, security there on campus. Also, I am excited to say that when your son or daughter goes off to college or the military, or again, residential independence, yet specifically on the college campus, then there is a thoughtful Facebook parent group, whereas it's typically set up by a mother or a father of a student who's there on campus. And so it's usually filled with thousands and thousands of parents, of course, of students there on the college campus. And when I tell you that this group is extremely helpful, I mean, if your son or daughter needs a ride, I don't know, to the store or home or to the airport or the train station or the bus station, parents will rally around, and they will make sure that your son or daughter, of course, has the ride that they need. There may be an opportunity for you to repay the favor. Or if your son or daughter is getting ready to take a class and they're uncertain about the prof, who's teaching the class, the professor who is teaching the class. And then, there can be questions that are asked in this Facebook group of parents, whereas they're able to give insight because maybe their son or daughter has taken the class and have come in contact with the professor before. Or if there's an opportunity to sell a textbook or buy a textbook, then these are the types of conversations that are, of course, taking place in this Facebook group of thoughtful parents, because of course, help is needed. And, parents may not know everything that's going on. And then you have new parents who join the group because they have freshmen who are entering the campus. So there's a Facebook group, just as a heads up, that's there on the campus, whereas you can participate, and it's administered, of course, by either parents, a mother, a father, or there could be a few faculty, of course, there in the Facebook group as well, that can help out, support, and then answer questions as well. So strengthening the relationship with your teen. Secondly, with technology. Third, those text notifications from campus security. Fourth, those thoughtful parents within that Facebook group. Then also textbook readings and statistics. It is so interesting. Research shows, and specifically from a data gathering group or organization called the College Pulse, they have reached out to over 107 million college students on over 1,500 college campuses. And this data that was derived from these college students have identified that while they are out of the home, they've transitioned out of the home, that those relationships that they have now with those parents are closer. Again, as I said earlier in our talk, more unified. The bond is tighter now that they're on the college campus. And so for college students to be making this declaration that they now have closer relationships with their parents, their mothers and their fathers, that speaks volumes for what mothers and fathers do in order to keep those bonds close. I am a witness that when teens transition out of the home, there are just certain strategies and certain tips that can be utilized or that can be displayed to make sure, of course, those relationships remain intact. And that's what we want. That's what we want as parents. So that's what the statistics show, and I am excited about it. And so I have, since my daughters have been out of the home, I have heard thank you here and thank you there, because now that they're out of the home, they see what is out there in the world. They see the different backgrounds of individuals. They know what needs to be known now that they're out and experiencing it and living on their own. And then also another tip or another relationship that should be strengthened over time are the traditions and the rituals. I think about when I go on the college campuses and memories are created. We will go and we'll pick up my daughter and we will go to maybe a restaurant that we enjoy. I think about in Missouri, a university that my middle daughter attends. On the college campus, it's close by. It's downtown. It's called Shakespeare's, and it's a pizza joint. And we enjoy visiting Shakespeare each time we visit. It's a delicious pizza joint, and we just enjoy being there. So creating those memories and creating those traditions and those rituals also will keep the bond tight as well. And so it's something that we will continue to do until she graduates, of course. And then also, last but not least, the seventh relationship that I would encourage strengthening would be a tune-up as it pertains to emotional intelligence, whether it's self-awareness or social awareness, whether it's self-management or relationship management. Just making sure that we're diving deep into, what's going on with us and how are we interacting with our teens. Making sure that those relationships are managed properly. At any given time, we may receive a panic text or a phone call, whereas our teen is panicked. And so we'll want to make sure that our emotions are managed and that we're interacting and making sure that we're diffusing the situation and making sure that we remain on good terms, of course, with our teens, yet still telling them what they need to know, because there are times when our relationship, or there is a time when our relationship will move from that of an authoritarian to that of an advisor. And we want to make sure that that transition happens properly. And so, and that, again, there's a balance in that relationship as it pertains to us and our teens. And so, in a nutshell, just going back over those seven, of course, we'll want to make sure that the relationship is strengthened between us and our teen, between us and technology. 2, 3, between us and text notifications from that campus security. Also, between us. 4, us and the thoughtful Facebook parent group. 5, our textbook readings and statistics that we'll want to brush up on. And then also 6, the traditions and rituals that really establish those memories between us and our teens. And then last but not least, 7, the relationship between us and a tune-up that we may want as it pertains to emotional intelligence and what's going on with us. And so that is a wrap. Again, I'm Dr. Michelle Lloyd. These are the videos and these are the interactions that take place between different types of postings and graphics in our Facebook community, Emerging Mothers. It's at www, of course, facebook.com/group/teens leaving home. You can either search us, again, Emerging Mothers, Lloyd Learning Labs, or you can look us up, www.facebook.com/groups/teens leaving home. Look us up, join us. We'd like to interact with you more. I will see you again next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I look forward to meeting you and look forward to having you join our conversation. Take care and have a good evening. Goodbye.